Now, I know this video is not going to be for everyone, but if you're interested in taking your skill set of car detailing and turning it more into a business, I'm going to show you guys a few steps on how to achieve that properly and how to scale your business over time so you can make money and make a real living out of it. Now, I personally have had my detailing business for about 18 years now. And let me tell you, when I first started, I made all sorts of mistakes, overspent on marketing, underperformed on my income, and it was a big mess. And I think one of the biggest problems is people tend to overcomplicate the process. Just try and keep it simple, right? There's that little saying of KISS, K-I-S-S, keep it simple, stupid. So really the biggest part of growing your business is marketing your business so that you actually get customers. And number two is using those customers to build your base and then continually have recurring business on top of that, along with new customers, and it just scales and scales from there. Now, there's a lot of things that you need to do, whether it be building a website, registering your business, all that kind of stuff. I'm gonna give you kind of a step-by-step of how I did it so that it all comes together cohesively and you're not taking steps backwards to move forward again, which I did. So step number one is do your market research. This is sounds very general, but this is extremely important, and we're gonna kind of fine tune into it. I personally live in San Diego. Many people think, oh, you're in San Diego, fantastic area, tons of population, tons of money, but there are certain sections of San Diego that outperform others for sure. Higher, denser population, definitely a higher income bracket for certain areas, and you wanna market to those areas so that you're dealing with the customers that you wanna be working with. You don't wanna be doing disaster details all day. When I first started, I did do that. I started off, I advertised my prices too cheap, and really all I got were cars that were about 15 to 20 years old that were completely hammered, and I would be working on them way too long for the amount of money I was generating. Now, after 18 years into this, I've done my market research. I focus down into certain neighborhoods in the San Diego area, and I'm able to get a more premium price for my details, and I stay extremely busy. Now, I put this as the number one step because again, for example, in San Diego, we have 3 different area codes for phone numbers, and that becomes a very, very important part when you're building out your website and all of your online sources. So for example, San Diego has the 619 area code, 858, and 760. So that brings us to number 2, and that is to establish your phone number and all your other information to be built around the areas that you want to be perceived in. Again, now I'm mobile when I detail. If you actually have a fixed location, you know, and obviously you're just gonna wanna focus on that direct area and the people around you. But if you're mobile and you're able to go to them, go to the areas where you're gonna be able to get the most business and the most amount of income for the job that you're doing. Now, you don't have to go and buy another phone. I actually use an app called PocketSuite. It delivers all of my scheduling, all of my booking programs, all of my payment processing. And when you sign up with them, you get a free phone number. So just when you sign up for them, just know the market you're going into and know the phone number area code that you want to use. Now, I've been using PocketSuite for about 4 years. I absolutely love the service. You can do a free 30-day trial with them. I'll link it all in the description for you guys below. You can do a free 30-day trial, and then it reverts to $19.99 a month after that. But if you sign up for a full year in advance, then you get $50 off the whole program. And we'll actually jump into some of the other features that PocketSuite offers that I utilize all the time as we go through this video. Okay, so now step number 3, now you have your phone number, you know what market area you want to go into. So number 3 is to structure your business. This is a very, very important aspect, so you don't, you want to abide by all of your city's regulations, tax purposes, all that kind of good stuff. I'm not an attorney, I'm not a tax professional, anything like that. So do your own research here. You have the options of forming a corporation, an LLC, doing it as a sole proprietorship. Now, if you're just starting out, personally, again, not advice, just letting you know what I did. I started off as a sole proprietor. All the income comes to me and I filed taxes that way. I'm now a corporation, but starting off, just to keep everything nice and simple, you can do it as a sole proprietorship. You can do it just as your name if you want to. You can have people write checks to your name. But I would recommend at least getting some sort of a business name. It's gonna help, again, once we get into the marketing side, have a business name. Now, I'm not an SEO or search engine optimization specialist, but I have found that having a keyword like the area that you're working in the title or in your domain name can help. You can do it without it, and then you can add in other tags on your website. I'm not gonna get into all that stuff because that's very, very intricate, but being able to call out the area that you wanna be in, because people are gonna go on Google and be like, hey, you may be thinking you're gonna search San Diego car detailing, but a lot of people are gonna search the exact neighborhood that they're in. So you wanna be able to come up in those searches. Along with the business structure, you wanna make sure you are properly insured. just in case anything happens. So at minimum, a general liability policy is very, very, very good to have. Now, if you have any logos or anything like that on your vehicle, you should be carrying commercial auto insurance as well. And number 3, I think a lot of detailers don't even realize that they need this, and it's a little something called garage keepers liability insurance. Now, with a standard general liability policy, it will cover if you're washing a car and there's some water in the area and someone slips and falls. That's what your general liability policy is for. If you damage a car, if you're polishing it and you burn through the paint or you accidentally dent it or scratch it or whatever else, that's not covered in the general liability policy. That's what the garage keeper's liability policy is for. So talk to your local insurance agent and figure out if you need that. Now, I also recommend highly to set up a separate bank account for your detailing business, right? Even if you're just doing it as your name, set up a second account just so you can keep those transactions separate from your personal stuff, and that way it's easier when tax time comes, you can actually go through all that stuff and get it all done properly. Now, I do recommend, even if you're a sole proprietor, set up a DBA or doing business as. You can just file a business name. In San Diego, at least, we file it. You have to publish it in a newspaper for a certain amount of time, and you get documents when you do that from the city. You're able to go and open a bank account under that name so people can write an actual check to that name. And also, guys, payment processing is crucial. And again, PocketSuite is what I use for that. Right when I'm booking the customer, they know exactly what price it's going to be. I can ask for a deposit up front. That'll reduce any cancellations you have. I don't ask for it. My customers, most of them are repeating customers. I don't have any cancellation issues here, but that's a cool feature that they do offer. And another benefit to PocketSuite is they make it very, very, very easy to accept tips. As the person's checking out or going to pay for the service, you can have a prompt come up that says add a tip. A lot of people don't even realize that you can add a tip or that you should tip your detailer. It's a service, man. It's funny, when I get paid by check, it's 50-50 if I'm gonna get a tip or not. If they're paying by credit card and that little add a tip prompt comes up, it's like 99% of the time I'm getting a tip. The tips that I receive from people paying with credit card and they get that prompt completely outweigh the cost of the service. I actually typically average about a 20% tip on the service. My starting price on the detail is $300, so $60 tip's pretty fantastic. Now, don't go out expecting that, but I have found that's pretty common for me. Okay, so now we know what market we want to go into. We have the business structure, we have our phone number, we have all that good stuff. It is time to build out your website. Again, I'm not going to go into full depth here, and market your business. I'm just going to go over some of the basic, easy things to do here, guys. The main thing that you want to do is have a cohesive listing across the internet. You want to have it listed on as many directory sites as you can, because Google pulls all that stuff together, and the more listing sites that you have out there, the more authority it gives your website as it's all directing into your website, and that'll boost your ranking. So Google, obviously, number one, you have to be listed on Google. Yelp is a fantastic choice as well. I personally do not like Yelp. I have tons of reviews on there, and they filter out more than half of them on my page because I don't pay to advertise with them. Now, that's just my opinion, but if you look up complaints about Yelp, that seems like it's a very, very, very common thing for businesses that do not pay to advertise with them. A lot of the stuff gets filtered away. Now, I understand Yelp it's a business, right? That's their own deal. They have every right to do that, I guess. It seems wrong to me, but I think as a business, technically, they do have that right. But because of that, whenever I do reach out to a customer for a review, I always ask for it on my Google page. Again, Google's the biggest search engine in the world, right? So if you have a good listing on Google, that's also gonna help promote your website. So win-win for everybody. Now, when you're building out your website, you wanna have it listed within Google so that they can actually find it. But also create a Google business page, very, very important. You're gonna list your phone number. Again, have that the same phone number across the whole internet, every listing site that you listed on. Make sure that your phone number and address and everything, business name, are all the same. Very, very important. Otherwise, if it's a little bit off, instead of having 30 places referencing back to your website, if 20 of them are listed one way and 10 are listed a little bit different, those 10 aren't gonna show up and they're not gonna help your authority. And again, because that phone number portion, that's why I love PocketSuite. I have that free phone number from them that I'm able to use for the business. I can also text and communicate with my clients through that number specifically. I can send them recurring appointments. I can send them reminders. So if I do a detail and then 6 months later I want to reach out to them again, I can set it up in the app so that it automatically reaches out to them from that number in 6 months' time saying, hey, it's been 6 months from our last service. Would you like to get scheduled? All that kind of stuff. So it allows me to sort of duplicate myself. I have enough stuff going on. I can duplicate myself within that app so that it's automatically doing that and bringing in more business. Now, of course, there are other services. You could use Google Voice. You could use other booking apps. But the cohesiveness of PocketSuite and being able to do all of that stuff, all your payment processing, everything within one app just makes your life so much easier and really sets you up to scale down the road. And that brings me to step number 5, which is customer retention, right? You're doing all this stuff to get these new customers don't let them go away, right? You want to be able to follow up with them and continually get their business over and over and over again. People are very, very busy. They don't have time to constantly be thinking, oh, when am I going to book my next car detail, car wash, whatever else. You want to automate that process for them and make it easier for them. Again, we're a service business. We want to serve the customer, and allowing them to do their own thing and you're there to remind them for an appointment, essential, guys. If you can do that successfully, you're gonna see a big increase in your business. So that's it for today's video. I know this one wasn't for everybody, right? This is very business directed. But again, if you enjoy detailing cars like I do, I've been doing this 18 years. I still love going to a customer's house, throwing in my AirPods in, listening to a podcast, and just getting to work, doing a fantastic job. The customer's happy, I'm making money. Win-win for everybody. I don't have a boss other than my customers. I got to keep the customer happy. But it's a fantastic business to get into. If you already like detailing and you want to turn it into either a full-time business or a part-time business, I strongly encourage you to do it. We're getting into the summer. It's going to get busy. I've helped quite a few people start their own businesses that worked with me, and then I would help them start their own because they want to make more money. I understand. And now those people are providing for themselves, for their families, and all that kind of stuff. So there's plenty of work out there. Even if you're in a smaller town, just like I said, do your market research. Find the neighborhoods that are going to produce the most for you and go after those hard and heavy. Another good thing is within the Google side or the Yelp side, you can advertise with them. And when you do that, you can square down to like a 5-mile radius. So very, very direct, targeted marketing, and you only get charged if they click on your ad. So if no one's looking, you're not getting charged. It's a win-win for everybody. And don't forget, guys, PocketSuite, again, is my favorite app to use. Like I said, you can sign up for that free 1-month trial, but if you sign up for the 1-year service, you'll get $50 off that price. So enjoy, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Please make sure to like the video, make sure you subscribe, turn on that notification bell, and we'll see you on the next one.